Okay, guys, I think we can get started. So, welcome to the first weekly meetup of 2022 at GIC. So we had to keep these meetups restricted only to the GIC Plus members or those who ad hocly pays for these meetups, just to make sure that there is value retained for these meetups. Otherwise, I mean, when something is free and anyone can join, then it's like not valued. So just wanted to maintain that going forward, and also wanted to help you guys with your queries. Most probably I'll be handling only the generic queries and visa related, or maybe queries related to the life in Germany. But if you have domain specific queries, then as I mentioned in the channel, you should approach one of the experts. So let's get started. So maybe I'll wait for the first question. So who wants to go first? You guys are muted by
Yeah,
default, so
yeah,
you have to unmute yourself. Yes, yes, Balaji.
hey, hey, Balaji here. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Doing good, thank you. Hey, Anoop, so I'm from the business analytics product manager background. I have close to 12 years of experience, and
Hmm.
the relevant experience is around 6 years. So I also did a resume review with you, cover letter in LinkedIn. You gave your comments, and I kind of modified it. I changed the format and I applied for few companies, like close to 20, 30. I applied, but so far
Okay.
there's no luck. I
Hmm.
mean, what exactly is missing? I'm not sure. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out what it is wrong in my resume.
Yeah.
Or is it that way it will work? We'll be getting rejections first, and then only we'll start yeah, getting some luck in getting an interview call, or how does it work?
Yeah. So you said you started applying to jobs and you applied to already 20 to 30 jobs, right? And
Yes, yes, yes.
so basically what happens is, I don't know if you already heard back from them. Was there a rejection or you didn't hear back from them yet?
Yeah, I'm getting rejection is from the HR. Few are auto reply from no reply domains, but
Uh-huh.
most of them are from the HR directly.
Okay. So try to get a feedback from them. I think Vineet wrote down a message or a format of the message that you can send them, and try to get a
Yeah,
feedback
yeah.
from them first of all. So that's the first thing.
No. Okay, okay, okay,
Yeah. The second thing I would say is 20 to 30 jobs is something that you should apply on a daily basis. So daily 20 to 30 jobs for at
okay,
least next 1 month. Okay.
okay.
So do this for the
Hmm.
next 1 month and then see the results, because it's not very easy, because you are in India, right? And they prefer people who are in Germany because of the whole
Okay,
visa processing timings and all that stuff. So there are
okay,
companies who prefer international candidates, especially from India, because they know that Indians are really good in the IT and the software and project management and all that stuff. So these are the
mm-hmm.
companies which really like to have Indian candidates applying to their jobs. But we do not exactly know which are these companies. So we have to keep trying and keep applying to these jobs continuously.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, so 20 to 30 jobs is, I won't say it's a very high number. So it's like a daily number that you should be applying for.
okay. For each company, the cover letter has to be changed, right?
Yeah, if you are applying with the cover letter, then I would suggest you to update the cover letter for each company. But I think in most of the applications, cover letter is an optional field. So you could even try without a cover letter.
Okay, okay. Because I was under an impression that cover letter gives you great importance when you apply for a
Yeah,
job.
I mean, yeah, it does. So if you are okay to update the cover letter for each company, then it's a good thing. But if you think that I have to apply to 20 to 30 jobs on a daily basis, and if the cover letter is an optional field, then I would say just apply with the resume alone. So I mean,
Okay, okay,
not every company looks at the cover letter, because the important information is there in the resume, right? Cover letter is like, okay,
okay,
just an
okay,
introduction of yourself.
okay. Fine, fine. Okay.
Yeah, I hope
And
that answered your
in general,
question.
how is Yeah, yeah. One last query. In general, how
Sure.
is the product manager business analyst openings in Germany? How is the market there for my profile?
Yeah, it's a good opportunity, I would say. So if you know all the project management responsibilities, you how to use Jira, Confluence, and yeah, everything, then I think it's a good opportunity in Germany, mainly in the startup field. So if you go for job opportunities in Berlin or Munich, then
Mm-hmm.
um, there is a lot of opportunities because a lot of startups are coming almost every day in Berlin, and they need someone to manage their whole product and the project team, right? So there is a good opportunity, and all these startups are hiring
Okay.
people from across the globe, so they need someone who can handle the project in English, so not specifically in German but English also. So I think for Indians
Okay.
it's a
Okay.
good opportunity.
Okay. Let me try it out. Let me start applying for more jobs.
Yeah, sure, that's
Hi,
the
Anoop.
that's the first thing to do. Yeah, sorry.
Yes,
Thanks,
hi,
Anup.
Anoop.
Thanks.
Hi, Hemant.
Are you able to hear me? Hemant.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I want to ask. I went through one interview process last week only. Walla Pop. It's a Spain-based organization,
Mm-hmm.
and they interviewed me. I prepared the I means PPT as well presentation, and I
Okay.
presented also. But they at the last moment they discussed with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Administrative part is going to be a hurdle. Means and after that yesterday they said means your profile is you have a vast experience in the same field,
Okay.
but we find someone else who is going to be more suitable fit for this position.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
same thing is happening for me again and again. Like I went through Delhi means Idealo as well in Germany, Get Your Guide. So after presenting myself, they are always saying that someone we find someone else here only.
So after presenting your what resume, what did you say?
No case study.
Case study. Okay. So
Yes.
maybe there is something wrong with the case study. I'm not exactly sure how you are preparing that or what exactly the case study is. But the
So
way
just
you are presenting.
I highlighted. They said whatever you want, na, you can present in front of us about the company, about the organization growth, about the
Mhm,
strategy. So I prepared a strategy
mhm,
where I focus on the strength, means few strength I showed, and
mhm,
weaknesses as well. Means weaknesses in terms of the growth, how
mhm,
you are going to grow in terms of ROI, uh,
mhm.
and what are the loopholes are there in the present strategy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understood. I mean, it sounds more like a domain specific question, but in general, if you get through the initial rounds and in the kind of the final round, they say they found a better candidate, then they could have, I mean, really found another candidate who might be already in Germany, maybe. Because as you know, the employers, they are interviewing multiple candidates at the same time, right? So it's not just you, there are other people as well. So maybe someone is having a better maybe the presentation or maybe communication skills or maybe something extra which is lacking in your side. So try to get feedback from these employers. So whichever round you are getting rejected, you try to send an email to that particular HR or the person who took the interview, and try to get a feedback and try to improve on that particular skill. That would be my main suggestion for you.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, try to reach out to them once you get a rejection.
Okay, means are they going to respond me after
Yeah,
the
sure. If you reach out with a normal, I mean, a professional email or maybe on LinkedIn, they would definitely respond to you. I mean, not
okay, sure.
everyone,
Let me
but
cross.
most of them. Yes.
See, in last 2 weeks only, na, I applied. Means in July I applied around 3 to 4.
Mm-hmm.
Last 2 week I applied around 50 jobs. In 50 jobs, 5 interview schedule. Two
Okay.
already completed in the last week. Three is going to for the next week. Means Monday to Friday it is going to schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And today I'm also planning to apply 50 more jobs. Let's see interview is going to schedule again.
Yeah, sure. I mean, apply to as many jobs as possible. That was my earlier suggestion as well. And don't do all of them in one day. Do it on a regular basis, like 10 to 15 jobs a day. So, but do it daily.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, I'm going to cross check the ATS score as well. If it is
Mm-hmm.
means 80% or 90%, then
Mm-hmm.
I will get the response. If it is below 75%, so I'm going to changing as per my ATS score the resume, then applying. Then I means right now I'm getting more responses as compared to my previous.
Okay, okay, cool.
Hey, Hemant, how do you check that?
That one number of tools are there. You can go for free version online. It means ATS score resume scanner. It is based on AI. You can
Uh-huh.
cross check.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, that's a good thing to
okay,
know. You can, yeah, submit your
Cumulative
resume.
cumulated resume you can search cumulated resume.com. That one is free for 7 days, and paid is also not too much. It is only $10 per month.
Hmm.
oh, okay. Cumulated resume, is it?
Yeah, cumulated resume.com.
Okay.
Yeah,
And which all platforms do you use for job search?
Pardon?
Which all platforms do you use for your job search? LinkedIn, what else you use?
Job search LinkedIn, where see I'm searching the word not as per my means, core skills. Correct. My core skills is growth marketing, performance marketing, and I'm searching like a relocation word in LinkedIn. Stepping Stone is there.
Okay,
Few apps are there. Correct.
yeah,
So as I went to the website called iamexpert.de, and there they mention all those things, how to get interview, what are the things you need to explain during the introduction part, like brief introduction, then about yourself, 1 to 2 insights for your previous organization. Same
yeah,
thing I'm doing. I'm qualifying next. At the last moment, they are saying that I find we found someone else
yeah,
which is going to be more suitable for this job.
yeah. I understand. So as I said, just try to get a feedback from those guys who is trying to reject. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, look,
So yeah,
Kiran here.
I can.
So just wanted to know, are we getting job seeker visa at this moment? I'm from Bangalore.
I'm not really sure. I think you should ask this in the channel. Those guys who are applying to job seeker visa, they could help you out there because I'm not in Bangalore and yeah, I'm not really sure about that. But I think most of the JSV offices are now allowing this job seeker visa because that's kind of enabled. But I read the message that it's a long waiting list at the moment, but not sure. So my suggestion would
Okay,
be post this question in the job seeker visa channel that we have on Discord, and someone will definitely respond there.
right, right. Okay. And do you know, like, what is the duration? Like, if I start applying for job seeker visa, when I'll get the call to visit them, and then how long it will take for me to get a visa?
I think it's currently like you have to be on a wait list, and once your wait list is like approached, then you get a appointment call or something. But as I said, I'm not really sure about this. You have to ask this in the channel. So the people who have actually applied to the job seeker visa, they would definitely be able to help you in this.
Got it, got it. And other questions that I have is so which location should I plan in Germany to land? And yeah, so this is mostly, I'm thinking in a perspective where I get more
Hmm.
job opportunity calls,
Hmm.
and also, I should not be burning my pocket with paying accommodation, right? I heard that it's very expensive.
So you are a software developer or which
No,
domain?
I'm a automation tester.
Yeah, then I mean, I would suggest you to either be in Berlin, Munich, or Frankfurt. So the major cities where you have a lot of companies. So must my first preference would be Berlin in this case.
Right. And so there's no issue with accommodation there, right?
Yeah, I mean, initially you can go for a shared accommodation or something like that, and once you find a job, then you can go for a long-term apartment. But yes, finding an apartment is a bit tricky in Berlin. But if you decide to go to Berlin, you can already start your apartment search while you are still in India, and then kind of shortlist the different apartments or the shared accommodations. Or you can also join a couple of Facebook groups and connect with people there. And once you are here, then actually pay the money. So my suggestion is don't pay money while you are in India. Pay money only once you are in Germany.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got it. Thank you. And that shared accommodation can be used for city registration. That the
Yeah,
initial
sure. I mean, people
paperwork.
do that. Yes, that's not a problem.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Ashirya, please ask your question.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Hello? Oh, thank you. Okay. First, thank you so much, Anoop, for I appreciate your efforts to help job seekers like me. Really, it's mean a lot.
My pleasure.
So
Yeah.
first, I'm from design background. I'm a UX designer in an MNC here.
Mm-hmm.
So I've started my job search since it's been more than 6 months.
Okay.
And first thing, I'm not applying to any random job. Closely, I'm checking the JD and which are more relevant to skills and also the work culture, company related background. So I'm seeing all these things, and if it is more suitable for my expectations, and I'm applying to those companies only right now.
Mm-hmm.
And for now, as of now, I have applied almost more than 100 plus companies. I
Mm-hmm.
have rejected. I've got rejected mails from almost 40 plus. So in those, I can say 20 to 30 plus were automated mails only,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe 10 plus were from direct HRs.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them also given feedback for me, and I've updated my portfolio as per their suggestions. So here my doubt is how far we can consider this ATS, because if my ATS score is 90% above also, I've received rejection mail. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm more confused in this area. So could you please help me with any clarification in this?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about exactly how these companies work. So each company has its own policies, right? So if it's a startup, then I don't think they are using ATS to scan the resumes. They have their own HRs who can, or the project managers who directly receive these resumes, and they go through these resumes on a like 10 to 15 seconds view. And if they find the resume useful, they will shortlist it and move to the next one. So ATS is something which is, I think, used mostly by the bigger companies who can afford to have a subscription for those applications. Um, and I was also part of these recruiting processes. And as far as I remember, the way we used to shortlist the resumes were we used to look at the resume, the format. So first of all, the format should be really appealing. It should be really readable. So most of the people, what they do is they try to add as much information as possible into the resume, compromising the text size. First of all, they try to reduce the font size and include everything possible. So that's one thing that you should avoid. Second thing is highlight your keywords. So if you are a UX designer, you have certain keywords, right? The tools that you use, for example, Figma or whatever. So tools that you use and your experience, the impact that you had in your previous companies, and all those things should be highlighted in bold or maybe italics and those kind of things. And also the format of the resume, overall format, and also the page size. It should not exceed 2 pages. That's the standard length of a resume. And if it exceeds more than 2 pages, then it's too much information. So those kind of things, if you take care of those kind of information, I think it's just okay to apply with those updates and wait for the results. And based on the results, you can then further update your resume. I won't say that you can have a resume format or an update that could go through that could kind of pass all the ATS checks. So there are companies that might still reject you even if you make all these updates, right? So there is no one rule for all these ATS softwares. That is my conclusion on your question. But if I didn't answer it properly, then just let me know. I can also answer it specifically.
No, like it is almost, it has given some clarification.
Yeah, so don't worry about
So,
the
okay.
rejections that you are getting, because that is going to happen. And even if you do the perfect resume format, that will still happen. So that's my point.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll consider this things.
And just
Thank you.
make your
Thank you, Anoop.
resume a proper readable format for a human eye. Don't make it readable for a ATS software, but make it readable and appealing to a human eye. Maybe you can share it with someone in the group and ask them to, kind of give a feedback on how your resume looks like.
Okay. Cool, cool. We'll do that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else, guys? You can ask.
Yeah, hi Anoop.
Hey,
So
your
I
name
have
is
one
Pri.
question. Yeah, Priyu.
Priyu. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a question. Like as you said earlier, that while applying, if the cover letter is mandatory, then only we have to write it and take efforts. But what I have seen is while applying,
Mhm.
majorly what they say is add your or attach your files, and from there it's not clear if they really need the cover letter or not.
Mhm.
So it's even a time consuming process to write uh, the cover letter as per each company. So how do we avoid it, and how we can identify whether it is really needed for that particular post or not?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the software that they use for collecting the applications. And there are softwares that have two different fields, one for the resume or CV and one for the cover letter. And for most of them, the cover letter field is basically an optional field where you either can upload a cover letter if you have one, and you do not have, then don't upload it. So my suggestion here is, if it is mandatory, then you of course have to upload it, and in that case create a cover letter which is specific for that particular company. Don't use the generic one. And if it is optional, then my personal preference is I don't upload a cover letter in that case, because it's optional. That means they will still consider to review your resume if a cover letter is not uploaded. So that's my assumption, and that's what I would do.
Yeah, this case is clear when they have two separate fields for CV and
Huh?
cover letter. Like they put asterisks in front of that.
Yeah.
But when they are just saying attach your files and you have to attach everything
Hmm.
in just one place, then at that time they do not mention or there is no asterisk.
Yeah,
So
in that
CV
case,
slash cover letter.
yeah, in that case, I would just upload my resume or CV. That should be enough,
Okay, okay.
because they have not
Thank you.
explicitly mentioned anything, right? So that means it's just okay to upload the mandatory documents or the basic document, which is basically the resume.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, on this basis that you have not uploaded a cover letter, I don't think any company will reject you for just this reason.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Any other question, guys?
Another question, Anoop.
Yeah.
So, for the person uh, who's looking for a job in automation, software automation, so how much important a German language plays? And before taking a job seeker visa, should I
Mhm.
learn German and then go with it?
I
What do
don't
you
think it's a mandatory when it comes to just your job search part or your job part, because I have seen people who already took the JSV, came to Germany and got a job in Germany in the automation field. So I at least know two examples. One is already in our Discord channel, which is Pradyumna, and you can also directly have a conversation with him. um, but in general, I would suggest you to go for German language course, because once you land in Germany, it's difficult to talk to people if you don't know German, because here people don't prefer speaking in English. Even if they know, they would prefer to talk in their own language. And in supermarkets and all, it's kind of difficult to just talk to those salespeople, or maybe the cashier, or even in the medical field. So if you go to a doctor, the receptionist might not speak in English. So those kind of things gets really difficult when you don't speak German. At least the basic level of German which is A1, that would be nice to learn before you plan to come to Germany, but
Yeah,
not a
thanks.
requirement for your job. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, thanks. And another question I have is, so if I go and look in the LinkedIn, right? For my
Mhm.
profile, there are varieties of tools and technologies that that I see. So
Yeah.
even though the testing is common, but the tools are not, which I am aware of. Should I go ahead and apply for those jobs as well? Or should I specifically look for my language and my tools? What do you suggest?
I would say just apply to all of those, because applying doesn't cost you anything. It just costs you maybe a couple of seconds, right? And if you get shortlisted in the first round, then maybe you can go for a short training or maybe a YouTube tutorial on that particular technology, and maybe you will be able to crack that job. Who knows? So just give it a try, I would say.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So we can take one more last question. Anyone?
Yeah, okay, Anup here, Ashirya. So, like, which platforms should we consider more? Um,
Mhm.
can you suggest
I
any?
would say focus
Uh,
100% on LinkedIn, because even if you try to apply to other platforms, those jobs should already be there in LinkedIn. And almost all the companies in Germany, they have their accounts in LinkedIn. And if they do not have their job openings on LinkedIn, that basically means that they are not looking for international candidates. So yes, I would suggest you to focus maybe 90% at least on LinkedIn, and maybe the remaining 10% of your time on other websites. We already have listed a couple of websites on our website, which is germanyscalling.com, and there you can look at all the different job portals. But 90% focus on
okay,
LinkedIn. Yes, that is my suggestion.
okay, got it. Thank you. And do we have any design related background people in our Discord?
Design related, I'm not really sure, but you can check out the channels, right? So I think there is a design specific or front, it's front end, not design, I think. But maybe there is a
Yeah,
channel. I'm not sure. You have to check it.
I already checked it, so I did not find anything. That's why I'm asking you here.
There was nothing related to user experience, UX, UI, or something.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay, I'll check it out then. And I also have a couple of contacts here who are from India and working here in Germany as a
Okay,
front end, as a product designer. So I can also help you connect with them, and maybe they might be able to help you out.
all right. Oh, thank you so much, Anu, for that. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So any other question, guys? Okay, then that's it for today, and hopefully we'll meet again next week, and most probably on a Sunday. Then have a nice day, guys, and enjoy your weekend.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Have a
Bye.
nice day.
Thank you.
Bye.